Alright, hey guys, what's up? My name is Christian. So I started this new YouTube channel. A lot of people may have seen my video or all these guns behind me, and that's because I had a YouTube channel but it got deleted. So basically I'm starting my new channel, and this is going to be my first review video. I have a collection video up, so if you want to go ahead and check that out, you can check that out, but this is going to be my first review video. So let's get right into it. So if you can't already tell by the title, this is the G39c. It's the RAS version, hence the RAS. And yeah, so first thing to say about this gun is it's incredibly realistic, the way the bolt functions and the way it feels when you fire it. It has a real decent amount of kick, and it feels real good in the hands. It has a nice weight and everything, so I'd say it's right in around the 5 to 6 pound range. So it has a pretty decent weight to it. Now, as far as body goes, basically the whole body up in here is plastic, along with the grip, and the green part of this handle up here is plastic, but the rail itself is metal, along with the sights are also metal. Everything on the stock is plastic. You know, all of the miscellaneous smaller details on the gun, such as the magazine release and bolt release and stuff like that, is metal, along with the screws and all that other stuff. The rail, pretty much the whole rail assembly is metal. This little, I think it's called the heat shield or something, this is also metal, along with every rail on here. And the outer barrel is right here, it's also metal. Starting with the outer barrel, we have a threaded barrel. It's a counterclockwise thread. I usually run a silencer on here, but for the purposes of this video, I kind of took all the accessories off, just to kind of give you a look to see. You can see exactly what the gun looks like without any modifications or anything like that. Working your way down, so you have a rail on every side. You have the bottom rail being the longest, the side rails being the second longest, and there's two of them on one of them on either side. You got the short rail on top, and then you have your rail up top for mounting sights. So yeah, that's this side of the gun. You have an ambidextrous fire selector, as well as an ambidextrous bolt release, and an ambidextrous magazine release right around here. So this gun is very versatile when it comes to the player. Anybody can use it. It's an easy to use gun. So here's the other side. Nothing too exciting going on here except for your bolt. Your bolt is basically the masterpiece on the side. Now the bolt in this gun works much like a real bolt. When you have no magazine in or no ammunition in, the bolt will not lock back. So it continues to slide forward. Now if you were to put in a magazine, now bear with me guys, I do have one magazine that is broken, so I may have to switch these out real quick. So you have a magazine in with no ammunition. Okay, yep, that's the broken magazine. Get rid of that. So when you have a magazine in that has no ammunition in it, the bolt will lock back just like that. It's not just the bolt though, the charging handle as well as the bolt locks back, as you can see. Now your bolt release is going to be right here, and like I said, it's ambidextrous, so anybody can use this, and you just pull it back towards the trigger and everything flies forward, which is pretty cool. All the internals are metal, so it gives it a little bit of a kick when you release that bolt, which is nice. Okay, so you have the 3 modes of firing, like I said. You have the safety, semi, and auto, much like any other, you know, assault rifle or whatever. But yeah, so you have your sights, like I mentioned earlier. This one's just, they're kind of default G36 sights. This one's just like it is. The rear sight is adjustable as far as height and as how far left or right you want it. You have back here, you have your folding stock, just like that, and it will lock just like that, stay in place, and it pops right back out. Now the only limitation I found with the folding stock, along with the magazines, you know, G36s have these interlocking mags where they can connect just like that. But the only thing is, if you're going to do this, you're going to have a hard time using your folding stock. because if you have it set up like that, your folding stock is going to swing, but it's not going to be able to lock. So that's the only limitation I was able to find with the folding stock in these magazines. Other than that, you know, the system works flawlessly. But yeah, it does have the folding stock, and it's fairly easy to work. You just have your button right here, right there, push it, and it's good to go. And it just locks in place. So pretty simple system to use. You have several sling attachments. You have one right here. One thing I have found is the sling attachments on this gun are fairly hard to use. I don't use slings that often anyways, but you know, whatever. You have one back here in the stock, and then I don't believe you have any up front at all. Like I said, I don't use slings. Well, here we go. We do have one right here. I don't know if you guys can see that one right here. This one will kind of swivel, but you have to unscrew it in order to swivel it. So, you know, like I said, I don't use slings that often, so not a huge deal to me. Now, as far as disassembling this gun, it's as easy as 2 or 3 body pins. You have one up here at the rail, one down here, and then you have one at the back, at the rear of the gun over here, that you will have to pop out, and it's basically all falls apart after that. So fairly easy to disassemble. You have a metal inner barrel. Like I said, I usually run an ACOG along with a silencer and a angled foregrip. But other than that, it's you know, just the way it is. I use propane, and here are the magazines. You know, if you don't already know, it's a pretty common you know, thing, but it's the only difference between propane and green gas is green gas has silicone mixed in with it, so it's just propane with lube in it. So I use propane, and then I buy a separate can of silicone, so it's, you know, it works the same way, and it's a little bit cheaper for me. So yeah, so these are about 30 round magazines. I haven't officially counted, but they're about 30 rounds, and they have a pretty nice weight to them as well. So they feel pretty good, and the reason I like G36 so much is because of this mag system. Works pretty well, and it's pretty solid. You know, so with this gun, I would recommend, if you wanted to, you know, run this gun permanently as a primary, I would recommend at least 4 magazines. You know, you're thinking about 30 round magazines and the gas and everything like that. The thing about gas guns, guys, is that it's an expensive hobby to get into, with not just airsoft, but gas guns. You have to buy the gas. It uses a lot of gas, especially these types of rifles. The gas systems are very heavy, so it uses a lot of gas to be able to propel those BBs. And the magazines don't hold a whole lot, so you're going to want to buy multiple magazines, and unless you're buying, you know, a gun that's, you know, I think G&G made a gun that's, their magazines only cost like 20 or 30 bucks a piece, but these ones will run you about $40 or $50 a piece. So it isn't a very expensive operating system, but it's very fun too. There's a lot of perks to it. It's really fun. I like just having it around for looks and just for aesthetics and stuff like that, because of the functioning bolt and everything like that. I like realistic type guns. So yeah, guys, this is pretty much about it for this rifle. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask. Don't forget to subscribe and like. If you subscribe, I am going to be running a contest here in the next couple months, so go ahead and hit the subscribe button and you're automatically entered into the contest. But yeah, guys, that's really about it. I want to thank you a lot for watching this, and share it and tell all your friends and everything. Every gun back here will eventually have a review and test fire, so keep tuned for that. And my next video will probably be a test fire on this guy. So tune back, and thanks for watching.
Yeah.